Hey there, welcome to my channel. Let's continue with the part 3. If you have not watched the part 1 and part 2, it's highly recommend that you just go and watch part 1 and 2 and then you can continue from the same point. So let's get into the code. Alright, so we have done our add item to wishlist. So this is, we need to move inside the try catch block first. Alright. Now we will do the same thing for delete item from wishlist, but the simple thing we need to do, copy these things from here and again put inside the try catch block, and these are the things we will not use right here. Only thing it's gonna be changed here, it's a remove from wishlist. Remove from. So this key, as I told you in earlier, like add to wishlist key is already available. The same way remove from wishlist key also available in the customer service. So we can add so we can get the same information from here. Yeah, that's good. And this product ID, we cannot get these things from body because it's a delete request which is not having any kind of body parameters. So we are just gonna be remove this part from here. So this parameter, whatever we are receiving from here, we will pass it here. And finally, once this is done, then we will publish the customer event. Publish customer event here. That is, we will pass the data. That's good. And this wishlist, we will pass simple data dot product. All right, so our wishlist section is done. Now move forward to the cart section. So here, first this quantity and ID, we will not take it from here. Let's grab the user first, user ID. That ID we will pass it somewhere. So this portion exactly, it's not needed. So instead of these things, here this service, and this service is perfectly fine. It's all about the product service, but customer service is still here. So we need to get rid of this customer service here. The same way we are going to use this one. This ID we will pass it here as an user ID, and this product ID we will use directly from body, because it's a kind of put request which is going to be having some kind of body information also. That information we will use right here. And this is not, of course, this is not a remove from wishlist. It is going to be like add to cart. That's good, because our payload, it is receiving all those parameters, right? The per product, getting the product by product ID. Right after that, the quantity also it will be needed, and user ID also it will be needed. Yeah, that's perfect. So now this data payload, product payload is ready. So we are going to remove this portion from here, and here we will publish the event. So because at this time, whenever we are adding to the cart, then the shopping event also need to error, like, and the customer has already added some data, some product to the shopping cart. So then the shopping service will perform operations accordingly. And finally, we need to return this data from here. So for this result doesn't exist at all. So what we will do here, we will construct one response here. Right, that's perfect. So our add to cart item is also done. Now move to the delete cart items from here. Delete cart items also, this is the same thing. We are just going to copy this portion from here and put inside this here. Like getting product, it's simply just calling the service. And service will be providing that the get products functionality from the repository and giving the bunch of product, whatever products are available. So it seems all good, all perfect. So we need to just have it round up test also. And before that, let's check it out, like what are the things we are missing right here. App event is fine, and products, this is also perfectly fine here. And inside here we are hooking up all those things. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's perfect. Right, it's listening to port 8000. Now let's have a try from here. First of all, we will go to products and we will see the products we able to see some products or not. Yeah, the products is empty. So what we will do, we will create some product from here, because our product service is running right here, right? This is not required. Okay, it's running. Product services are running from here, 8002, and the gateway will take care of routing all those things, and shopping and customer also running in certain ports. So from here we will create some product. So this is a simple product. This product items, you can find it out here in the source code. Inside the project there is a sample data.json file. So from here, just to copy these things from here and create it right there. Yeah, it's created. Now go to the product view, then we can see the list of products, and these are the categories are available, and we can select some of the product from here, and we can go to the product details, use the product ID, specific product ID. Now see, this is also working perfectly fine, right? And we can see the categories also. Fruits, yeah, these are the categories are available for fruits. Let's check it out. Yeah, this is available right here. So only thing is remaining like add to wish list and add to cart. So this is also we need to check it out, right? So for that thing we need to complete our shopping section also, shopping service also, because as soon as we are getting call this product service from the customer, maybe the shopping service will get interrupt. So right before testing all those things, so let's complete the shopping service also here. And inside the shopping service, first of all we will go to the models in the same way what we did for our customer and the products. We'll review our model first and repositories, and after that we will review our service and APIs. And once this is done, then we will get back to the again the testing, full round of the testing of the whole microservices. That's good. So now just to close this one here and go to the models, database models. Here models, I mean address is not required here, because we are going to delete this from here directly. And customer also, it's not required because customers not belongs to the shopping. And index is fine. Order is required, and the products also not required exactly. So we need to for here we have only the order model right here. That's good. So first let's tweak this order model, because this product model already we have removed from here. Maybe some of the more parameters we need to add to in order to work this order model. But before tweaking this order model, one more model will be required. That is going to be like cart model here. New cart. In the customer service, we have not added much more information for products, but here you can add whatever information exactly it seems to be necessary for the card. We can put it right here. And unit is perfectly fine. It's a type of number and required is true. That's good. So our card schema also it's ready, right? So here in index, let's now we need to move to order model. So here this product doesn't exist inside the shopping service. So what we will do in the same way what we did for the cart, the same thing we will do for order as well as. Now go here, just remove these things from here and paste it here. So it seems like all the necessary information is here. Now let's go to the repository here. Shopping repository. First of all, we will review the shopping repository, and once we will find everything is all right, then we will remove the customer and the product repository from here. Okay. So first we will see like an orders. So orders we will just find the order, whatever the order is available by customer ID. So that's perfectly fine. This popular section is not required here. And once we are getting the orders, then simply we will return these things here. That's good. After that, the create new order, I think we need to add a couple of methods right here, because we need to handle our card stuff also here. Here we will add a couple of methods to handle our card. So async yeah, this is the same thing we did for our customer also. You can get it from customer, I guess. Item and quantity and is removed. And instead of this profile, we will look into the cart item. Cart, and this is not the customer model. This is going to be like our cart model, and find by find one. This is not find one, and this is our customer ID, and this populate section is not required. Good. Alright, so let's understand what exactly is happening in add card item function. These are the inputs exactly we are requesting from the client. The customer ID item is a kind of object which is going to be having our all product information, and the quantity is how many numbers of the quantity will be needed for the product, and is removed. If it is coming true, then definitely we will remove the item from the cart, and if it is coming as a false, then we will add or tweak our product item right here in the cart. So here we are just finding out the card items from the card model, whatever the card it is available by customer ID, and then once it is available, then we will find it. We are just checking it out, like if it is there, then we will be just adding one flag which is going to be check whether this specific card item is exist true or false, and depending on that this existed true and is removed, then we are performing some kind of operation right here. So right before that, we are finding out the items, whatever the items are exist right here in the card. So all those items, as you can see in here in the card model, already we have this array, right, where exactly we will be having our product and the unit. So this is the item we're just evaluating right here. Good. So if card items length is greater than 0, then we are just going through looping through like each and every item, and we are comparing that the whatever the item exactly we are passing from the outside as a request, that ID, if it is matching with this one, and if it is really removed, is coming true, then we will be removing from the card item. If it is not there, then we will be simply just tweaking the quantity right here, and we are just setting the is exist equal to true. So if is exist equal to true, then it is simply overriding the items with the card item, the tweaking card items, and if it is not there, then we'll be we are just simply adding all those stuff right here. Good. A new item it will be pushed to the card item, and after that it will be again override this stuff, and finally we are saving the card. And if that the card item is empty, or if it is really there is no any data in the card item, then we are simply creating a card model with the help of the customer ID and item, whatever the item we are passing right here, this one. Okay, so this is the way exactly adding the card information to the shopping service. Right, now let's move forward to the next function, that is going to be like our create order function right here. We need to just tweak a bit because it seems like customer model we are trying to access, because customer model doesn't exist in the in the shopping service. So that is what you will do here. So first find the cart model from here. This one is not customer model, this is cart model. So customer model, find one, the customer ID will be customer ID, and this section is not required here. Right, now we are getting the card, then we will just find it out. If card is having some kind of data, then we will perform some operation right here, and if card will be not having any kind of data, we will just simply return the empty response from here. That's good. So let's go step by step. What are the things we can do to create an order here? Here first, amount it will be 0 because we will just calculate amount throughout of our operation right after getting the card items. And again, we will see this is not the profile. This is going to be like card, and this will be items. Good. And this is going to be like card items. Card item length, if it is greater than 0, then we are looping through like the card items, and here we will just calculate like what are the product prices available and apart from the item unit, and that is going to be calculated right here, and it will just adding the specific amount to this amount variable here. And after that, we are just creating one order ID, because this is the library we are just using to create an order ID, or maybe you can use some kind of random digits also. Okay, that's up to you. So once this is done, then we are just creating one model here, that the order model. Order model will be order ID and customer ID, amount, and transaction ID. This transaction ID we will pass it in here in the request. So just to keep in mind, here in this service we have not enclosed the payment service. So once the payment service is done or its payment is collected, then simply we will get some kind of transaction ID. So that transaction ID simply we're grabbing here and adding to the order model. Good. So once all those things are defined right here, and again that the card items, this is exactly it's added to the customer here. These are the card items against of this customer. So technically, once this order will be created, then the card data has to be moved from the card items to the order model, and eventually we are just removing the card items from here. So this is not going to be like our profile anymore. This is going to be our card, and this is items. So we're just making it empty, the card items, and yeah, and then finally I'll just remove this one. This is not required, and we are just saving our order here, order save. Okay, and this is not profile save. This is going to be like our card save, because we made some modifications right here, so that is also need to save here, save. And finally we are just returning this order result right here. So that's all. Our create order functionality also done, and it seems like our shopping repository is clear. So we will be removing these two files from here. That's good. Now go to the shopping service. Shopping service. As usual, we are creating one instance of the repository, shopping repository, which is going to be take care of our all the data related stuff from here for shopping service. And here we need to add a couple of methods. So why we are enticing that the cart stuff here in the shopping service, because maybe in future for shopping service we can entice maybe the promo code or the payment related stuff and maybe transaction. So in that case, if the user service is not reachable, still we can access the card and order and delivery stuff from here, the shopping service. So that's why we are just enticing this the card functionality here also. That's good. Now that's good. So here what we need to do, one more thing, the place order we need to review here. So place order, the transaction is getting fine, and order result, this is repository, create new order, transaction format data, that's good. And order also, get orders also, it's fine, I think. All right, get orders by customer by ID, that's good. All right, so here we can put get order details also. This is the very simple functionality. I'm just leaving up to you. And now we are going to add one more functionality here. That is going to be like manage card. That's good. So our managed card also it's done. Now move to the subscribe event, because we should have to have that the subscribe event functionality also here in the same way what exactly we did for our customers, because customer are subscribing, that's perfectly fine. But whenever we will be firing some event from the products, then it has to be subscribed from here also, right? Maybe with the help of webhook or maybe some HTTP calls, whatever it is. So that's need to be here to manage it. So in the same way, we'll be going to the customer here, and inside the service, customer service, we'll just simply copy these things from here, customer, and coming here, the shopping service here, put it here, subscribe event data, that is perfectly fine. User ID, product order is, we are not accepting the order from here, only quantity is perfectly fine. So events you will see like only add to cart, add to cart, add to cart and remove from cart. That's good. Add to cart and remove from cart. And this is gonna be like same, manage cart. It will provide the same thing, right? User ID will be user ID, and product will be our item, and quantity will be quantity, and false. And this is like an is remove true false or something. That's good. And one more thing is needed. That's gonna be like we need to create our, because from here something is going to be happen in the shopping service. As an example, we will place order in the shopping service. So once we will place the order from the shopping service, then our customer service also need to aware like one new order has been placed. So that publishing event section, it's needed for this service also. So for that reason, what we need to do, we need to add one payload also, the same way we did for our products. So we will go to the product service here, and inside the product service, we'll copy this payload section from here, copy, and go to the shopping service. Here inside the shopping service, we will paste it right here. And this time we will be not get this product payload. We will simply say get order payload. Here user ID it will be needed, and this thing is like only order and event. And we will see where if order is there, because we will, once our order has been created, then we will be having our order model. So we no need to find any model right after that. So we will simply check whether our orders exist or not. If its orders exist, then payload will just to create the payload, and event will be there, then user ID will be there, then instead of product and quantity we'll simply pass the order. That's good. From a data, now order is available. That's perfect. Right? Now the last piece of code is remaining here. Inside the util, we need to add the subscriber publishing event section here. Alright, so here in the publish customer event, this is the same thing exactly. It's going to be happen like once we are publishing the customer event, then it will reach to the customer. If it is publishing some other event, then it will reach to other events. Here this publisher will be not needed, because this is itself is a shopping service, right? So only the customer event will be needed. Here inside the API, now let's go to the API section, that review the API stuff. But before that, we can remove the customer and product service here. Delete. That's good. Now go to the API, and we will be remove the customer and products from here. This API, delete. Here also the customer and products, just to remove it from here. And inside the shopping, as you can see, user service also there. This is not required here. Here we need to remove this user service also. Again, here we need to create one file that's for listening our events. Again, we need to remove this shopping from here. Only order will be stay here. ID, transaction number, these are all perfectly fine. But here, right after placing the order, we need to get the data from here, right? So that is we need to look into here. So first let's payload. So this create order is already exist here in the customer. Go to the source and service. You can see this create order. We'll simply remove these things from here. Right. Once this is created, then the order create will be called from there. Then definitely we will perform the manage order operation here. That's good. So this payload we need to publish here again. And as a return, we need to pass this data. This already we are returning here. Good. Now let's move to the orders. So this shopping, we need to again remove this shopping and orders. We are just simply passing the user here, and we are getting the shopping details from here, right? So this shopping details, it's coming from the user service only. So this time what you will do, you will not accessing any user service because user service is not belongs to this service. And then we will simply use our service get orders just to pass the ID here. Okay, right, that's good. Then whatever the data we will be getting it, so simply need to pass the data only, not our data.orders. Right, so since our order section is done here, only one thing is remaining, that is whatever the card has been created, we need to get the card by ID. So that is we need to check here. All right, so this is done exactly. So again, we need to wrap it up with the try catch block. So let's wrap it up with try catch. All right, so now we can have a round of testing. So what are the things we have covered here? Let's see, from the customer and products and shopping and all those things, we will try it out. From the Postman, we are going to view the products here. Yeah, it's perfect. Now let's see all these services are running or not. Gateway is running, but here seems, where is the service? Shopping service is breaking down somewhere. Okay, shopping service is getting down. Maybe something we are missing right here. Yes, in the Express app where customer and products are not required here. So this customer products doesn't exist exactly from the API. And one more thing it will be needed, that is something like app events. Somewhere we are using the product repository. So the database, something is missing, I guess. Yes, these are the two things we forgot to remove from your product and customer repository. So that's good. Now it will come healthy, I guess. Yes, now it's healthy. We are going to add this product in my wish list. Yeah, it's added to wish list. Right, it's added. The customer service received this event. So it is running from customer service, and now yes. Now go to the customer profile here. We will call our customer profile. You can see one product has been added to wish list. Right. The same way we are going to add to cart. And again we are going to customer profile here. See here, this thing is already added to the cart. And in the shopping service we are going to get the shopping cart also here from. So these are the shopping cart, exactly these are the items available in the shopping cart, right? Then shopping orders, there's nothing in the order, so we are going to just place an order right here. So from shopping here, the create order, we're simply passing some kind of transaction ID and place an order. Right, it seems something is breaking down right here. So what are things are breaking down? All right, so it seems like this line of code is exactly it's making these mistakes, right? So I have just debugged this stuff. Like it seems like profile is not defined as saying right here. So this one we need to just comment it out, or maybe we can remove it completely from here. So now again we will go here. We will just try to create an order here. Now it seems this order has been created, right? And same thing, if you're going to shopping cart, then shopping cart has to be empty. And that's perfectly fine. It is getting empty here. So that means in this shopping service we need to import the XCS here, because we are getting called this XCS from here. We forget to import here. Products, that's good. So now again let's have a try. I'm going to this time I'm going to sign up with a different user. Shopping cart is empty, that's good. And customer shopping details, cart is there but the order is not here. That is, we need to debug. So I have figured out why exactly it was giving some issues. So the bracket was missing right here, because earlier we left like this way. Okay, so we need to put a bracket right here. And some other areas, like while we are adding these shopping stuff, shopping payload, and make sure like this shopping service payload, this is correct. All right, so it would have to be precisely like this way in add to cart section, because earlier it was like we are just to try to compare the product ID to string with the product ID dot to string. This product ID doesn't exist exactly, that's why it was giving some error. So I've simply removed the just product from here, because anyway we are just comparing this ID from here, right? If you're facing any trouble with your code, then you can fairly compare with your code with my code, which is I'm gonna post in my GitHub repository in the description below. So let's have a try like in a round of testing here. That's good. So all the three services are up and running. Now let's have a try from here. Now let's get the cart details from the shopping cart here. We're going to have, yeah, there's no any information. And shopping orders also, there's no any information. And customer profile, we are getting some kind of empty profile right here. And shopping details also, in the same way we are getting some empty profile. And wishlist also, there is no any information, right? So what we are going to do here, we will add some product to wishlist, and we will try to remove from the wishlist and add to cart and remove from cart. So these are the features we need to check. So add to wishlist, we will try first put these things to add to wishlist, and just to call it. All right, so since it's added to wishlist, let's go to the customer profile here. We'll see, yeah, this is already added to wishlist. Now let's try to remove this product from wishlist. Here, we will put the same product ID. It's removed. Now go to the customer profile just to call it. Yeah, it's empty, right? So let's try to add some product into the cart. Right, or again, I'm using the same product ID, and I'm putting some 183. Add to cart. It's added to the cart. Go to the customer profile. You can see this is added right here, as well as you will see in the shopping service also. Get shopping cart. Here, this is also the same, right? Your customer ID, items, and unit, everything has been added. So now we will try to remove this product from the cart, okay? Delete from cart. So here we will use the same product ID, and then it's removed. Now here from profile you'll see it's gone, and here also it will have to go away. Yeah, it's gone. That's good. So now again we are going to add to cart, and this time here in the profile this items exist in the cart only, but right after place the order it will have to shift from here to orders, right? Then with the same here we can see these items exist right here, and then we are going to place an order. Place the order. Order has been placed, right? So now shopping cart, it's empty, right? And get shopping orders if you are going to call the orders, then you can see this is the order exactly available for this specific user. And here also in the customer profile you should have to see some order items right here, right? See, this is available, right? The same order ID exists right here. Same order ID. That's good. So it seems it's working perfectly fine. So let's have a try from the front end also. So right, all those products are available right here. I'm going to do login. We can see orders. Yes, order is there. Somehow this order ID is not displaying, but we can take care of like why it is not getting captured in the front end. That's a front end stuff. Now we can add the address also here. Okay, save address. It's getting added, right? Wishlist. There is no item in wishlist and cart. Let's add some items in the wishlist. Add to wishlist, add to cart, right? You can see there is added to wishlist and add to cart. Let's increase some of the amount right here. Yeah, increasing. Okay. As soon as we are increasing the amount, as you can see, it is getting added here also, right? In the customer and everywhere, wherever it is getting called, from the product perspective, it is getting called accordingly. Now place the order. Now see, it's gone from the cart. Wishlist item is as it is, it is there, and you can see in the cart there are 2 items are available, right? So this ID we can take care in the front end perspective, but seems like the whole functionality is working perfectly fine. So now I'm going to do one magic in terms of like I'm going to just down this service, right? This service is not working at all right now, but still we can see wishlist and orders are available right here, right? If you are going to shopping and if you are going to refresh, this service is not there, so that's why we are not be able to see the products. But again, you can do login. It's login is happening. Wishlist, you can see the wishlist stuff. Orders, you can see the orders, right? That's good. Then again, if I'm going to up and running again, start this service, and this service is again coming back. Now if I'm going to down the customer service also, then I can't access the customer service for a while because there is nothing is happening, right? But if I refresh again, you can see this thing is it's up and running. Only the login stuff is not happening because the customer service is down. All right, so far I mean we have achieved a lot of things right here. This is not a kind of complex situation, but in terms of like a very beginning of the kickstart of the microservices stuff, I think you've got an idea like how to kickstart with this. So you can make it more interesting. For my case, I have just picked up this example so you people may feel comfortable with some simple stuff. As you can see right now, we are able to perfectly communicate our front end to our back end with the microservices. All the microservices are up and running, and we are able to get the same result, which is we have done for our monolithic application also. And as I told you, like once one of the services are going down, still our application will be running perfectly. In terms of like some portion of the application is gonna work. Why we are choosing microservices? If we have a bigger team or our project is a little bit big, or we can segregate our features to different team. So in such a scenario, we can fairly go with the microservices architecture. But just keep in mind, for a small application or something, if you are going for the microservices architecture, it might be a kind of big nightmare. In terms of like microservices architecture, a lot of things we need to maintain. In terms of we need to containerize the whole application to make it like for easy deployment and all. Maybe in future I will try to cover some advanced topic in terms of like how to use the messaging queue communication, like pops up communications rather than communications through the HTTP calls or webhook calls. So that maybe I will put some more video tutorials in upcoming weeks or sometime. And yeah, that's all for today, and I hope you people like this video tutorial. And if you really like this video tutorial, give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. I will always try my best to put some kind of practical examples so you people can sync with the technology, whatever exactly it's around the world it is going on. So thank you very much for watching this video tutorial, and have a wonderful day.